Hi, Alan Shimel, DevOps.com here at IBM's InterConnect in Las Vegas. I'm with Thomas, and I'm not going to mess up your last name, Thomas.
Seremet.
Seremet of Starwood,
Starwood.
who's just presented here on Starwood's DevOps journeys and experiences. And Thomas, thank you, first of all, for appearing here today with us. But can you give our audience a little kind of background or a little snippet of what you presented on?
Sure. Really, it was more about our story, our journey, really starting in 2014, going through last year, and what were our constraints or gotchas along the way, and what can we identify, and what do we need to concentrate on. So some of those things may be deployment, some of those things may be environment provisioning, etc., like the regular DevOps sort of bucket of things to do. But the other piece of it was really cultural changes that we need to work on. So whether it's being more inclusive of other teams during our development lifecycle, not only operations, but our security teams, our risk teams, our middleware teams, etc., right? And really, what we call it is full stack or autonomous teams that we wanted to build up. And it's something that we did in the past, but we wanted to return to that model right now and also take advantage of the latest and greatest frameworks to speed up that entire process.
Got
So
it.
that's basically was the gist of it.
Just sort of your run-of-the-mill DevOps.
Not exactly, but yeah.
Being facetious,
Yeah,
there is no run-of-the-mill DevOps.
There's nothing wrong with the mill.
So, Thomas, I actually just finished a panel on my own here, and it was sort of what does DevOps look like in 3 to 5 years was the title, but it was where's DevOps going? What are the things that are doing influencing it? And I wanted to ask you, what do you think some of those are?
Sure. It's competitive pressures primarily. So, coming from the hospitality industry, one thing I could say straight off the bat is, well, if you're an internal IT team, you're always getting compared to an outside team, outside
Yes.
company that may not have the same constraints in building their product, right? They are of the digital age, possibly built out on cloud, have a lot of things straight off the bat that they're not dealing with, while you may be hampered with more legacy technology. And legacy, I may mean we're talking about Java here.
Right.
So that's one aspect of it. The
Not
other,
COBOL.
yeah, the other aspect of it is, hey, you just want to get out the market fast, right?
Uh-huh.
Because decisions keep changing. You want to get either beat the competition or meet the competition. So you want to get there as soon as you can, but not break any of the major revenue critical systems that you have in place, right? So that's the hard part, right? How do you separate that out? Still have that one speed of getting out really fast, and then this other speed of a little bit faster, but we're not breaking things along the way. So that's really the challenge.
Sure. It's that whole multi-speed thing as well. Thomas, Starwood's obviously a major player in the hospitality industry. Do you see yourselves as leaders within the industry in terms of DevOps adoption, or is this sort of DevOps way sort of expanding throughout your entire industry?
I think companies are expanding and trying getting their feet wet with it right now. Would I say we're a leader? I think we're also in that starting phase, trying to come to grips with what's important to us and where to spend energy on. I think that's the first part of it. Identify what your problems are.
Absolutely. And so, Thomas, if you were speaking at InterConnect 2017 next year, what do you think your accomplishments would have been over this upcoming year?
I would love to say that we were able to hook in and provision a couple of the key elements of a true DevOps implementation and really solve some of the bottlenecks that we have within our company.
Fantastic. Thomas, believe it or not, our 5 minutes are up.
Okay, great. It's a
Thank you
pleasure.
so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Alan.
you for presenting at InterConnect this year and continued success on your
All
DevOps
right.
journey.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Alan Schimmel, DevOps.com.